2023 is slated to be jam-packed with some of the biggest AAA heavy hitters you can imagine. Just like everybody else, I am also excited about the potential of games like Starfield and Spider-Man 2, but let's be real, they are probably going to be plagued with bugs, microtransactions, and subpar puddle graphics. So instead, let me show you the real games to get excited about this year. Leading the charge is Sea of Stars, a game that looks almost as good as how I remember Golden Sun looking as a kid. Every frame of gameplay shown so far has been packed with incredible detail, and to be honest, the lighting alone has me feeling like we're on the way to getting an HBO quality pixel RPG. The hits don't stop there though, because the composer from Chrono Trigger has signed on to help create a soundtrack that looks like it's preparing to hang with the best of the best. It's actually a little scary how great this game looks, because the disappointment will only be that much more painful if it doesn't deliver. But for now, the hype train is at terminal velocity. Keep an eye out for its release on PC, Switch, and PlayStation. Next up is Replaced. Now, we don't know much about this game, but what we do know is that it looks like a 2.5D love child between Blade Runner and John Wick. And in this day and age, that's all you really need to sell a few copies. It's safe to say the visuals have definitely caught people's attention, but just like in the case of another big, secretive, good-looking indie that released last year, the gameplay mechanics will make or break this game. I'm hoping this time around, the gameplay actually ends up being a pleasant surprise. And if it does, prepare for your journey to Phoenix City on Xbox, PC, and Game Pass. Gunbrella is actually one of the 2023 releases I have the most confidence in. Why, you may ask? Well, let's run down the list, shall we? I've played the demo twice, I've had a chance to meet and talk with some of the devs, who, by the way, also made Gato Roboto. From what I've played, the game controls like butter, the dialogue I've come across was written with a great sense of humor, and I don't know why they're not advertising this more, but your main weapon is a gun that doubles as an umbrella. At this point, I'm really struggling to think of any cons, so stop waiting and wishlist this game for PC and Switch. Okay, so this one is a little odd. The game is called Cocoon, and the trailer sort of implies it's called that because you get pooped out of this cocoon, only to immediately start solving puzzles. But let me tell you, those puzzles look sick. I literally can't even begin to describe what's happening in this game, so I hope you can just watch and get the idea. As someone who loves puzzle games, this trailer was the perfect pitch. Not to mention, the creator worked on Inside and Limbo as the lead gameplay designer. Of course, the last big indie game to invoke Inside and Limbo in the marketing was sort of, I guess I can say, lacking in the gameplay department, so hopefully Cocoon turns out different. Regardless, I have high hopes for Cocoon when it drops on Xbox, Switch, PC, and Game Pass. Atomic Heart is a tricky one. From the very beginning, I've been interested, but recently there's been a lot of negative press about poor working conditions and unstable development progress. I really hope that all resolves nicely so we can just enjoy the game drama-free, but I will say the gameplay we've seen so far looks very promising. It's giving very strong BioShock meets Wolfenstein vibes, and if they can pull that off, that would be a dream come true. This game presents itself as just weird and bold enough that it can either be a huge success or a colossal train wreck. Either way, I'll be along for the ride when it releases on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Okay, I still have more exciting games to show off, but before we get there, make sure to subscribe and like the video while I quickly spotlight a few other games I have my eye on. WrestleQuest is diving in hot from the top buckle. I had been willfully ignorant of this game until I played the demo at PAX West, and I was genuinely blown away at how much fun I had. This is a wildly inventive RPG that has taken inspiration from classic wrestling history and tweaked it to fit in a fictional toy world. The game definitely takes pride in being goofy and over the top, and I'm happy to report that I had more than one moment in the demo that genuinely made me laugh. And not an internal silent laugh either, I actually laughed out loud. And you will too when this game pins down a date on Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. The Plucky Squire was one of the best game reveals of 2022, surprising us with two completely different art styles and a ton of different gameplay genres. If I'm being honest, the trailer presents its case better than I ever could, so I'm just gonna sit in silence for a few seconds and just let you all enjoy. Yeah, exactly. Check it out when it comes to Xbox, PlayStation, PC, and Switch. Alright, it's time. That's right. A game we've all been waiting for is almost here. Mina The Hollower. Get ready to live out your Stuart Little power fantasy in this new title from Yacht Club Games. For what I can tell, it's a pretty dense adventure game that rewards skill and exploration. I played the demo a few months back, and while the art style took a bit of getting used to, I definitely left wanting to play more. I know you Castlevania fans are starving for any morsel of gameplay you can get, and Konami ain't making content anytime soon, so you'll take this and you'll like it. Get ready to pick it up on PC and probably other consoles that have yet to be announced. Well, there you have it. That was it. The best indies 2023 will have to offer. There's no other game that you should be waiting for. What? Hollow Knight Silksong? Are we sure people actually even want that game? I thought it was just that mossback guy. Really? It's a game about bugs, though. Okay. So apparently you all are excited for Silksong? If this is true, I'm assuming it's because Hollow Knight was a masterpiece and we've had like half a decade to hype this release up, but I don't know, who's to say. It's planned for release on Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and Game Pass if you want to join the 2 people excited for this game. Now, like I was saying, those are some of the best indies 2023 will offer, but not all of them. Keep an eye out on this channel as I'll be covering the latest and greatest indie titles all year round. In the meantime, check out this video to see some of the best indie games you missed from last year.